It is the Alraune type hailing all the way back from the days of Medarot 4, captivating not only her targets but also even her allies in some cases. It is ARL00 Attractor, with a kit of Bug, Double Destroy, shooting variant, tank legs, and the leg ability of Carrier, which gives her a chance to pass an active debuff from herself to a target upon being attacked. Now, as a model that's been present in the game ever since its launch, so she's been in the game pretty much from day one, she is a model that newcomers will see relatively early on, and veterans will come to know and love, or hate, depending on their gacha luck, very, very commonly. But all the same, Attractor is still packing some very useful skills that can definitely make her mark very clear and viable, not just to the new player and rookie, but also to the veteran alike. Bug is an ailment-based skill that also is basically the counterpart to Virus, which means it is a turn-based, a turn-skipping ailment, which means upon attacking a target, if you manage to hit them in their heat phase, will force them to effectively waste their turn once they get to the center line, turn around, and start their cooldown phase, which is very good for buying yourself some extra time or even an extra turn for someone else to come behind and say pile on the damage on that dangerous foe you want to kill quickly. Both arms are Destroy, and the shooting variant at that, which means she is a gambling fighter very largely. But if done correctly, Destroy can be very catastrophic and even game-changing in some aspects if timed right. And that timing in particular with Destroy, if used correctly, will instantly destroy the part they are targeting. If the part targeted is the one that the target is going to use in heat phase, has used in their cooldown phase, or if it's a shield that is intercepting the blow. If it meets any of these three requirements, the part in question is instantly destroyed, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, no matter how much HP that part is carrying. Now, of course, if the enemy is a meta change capable bot that is transformed or using a shield while transformed, naturally this renders them immune to Destroy. So caution would be recommended and exercised if you're going to use Destroy anywhere on a team. Tank legs mean that even though Attractor is going to be very tanky and very hard to kill, mobility is not going to be one of her strong suits. But despite this, just having the tank leg alone, which is honestly one of the better tank legs in terms of stats across the board, is honestly very good for the fact that tank legs in particular give you the 20% damage reduction right from start. That is also stackable with any other forms of damage reduction. But Carrier is also a very unique ability too, as that means if Attractor is inflicted with an ailment, this can include Bug, Freeze, Virus, Shock, and so on and so forth. Pretty much any kind of negative ailment that can be applied as a negative debuff. Upon being attacked by an incoming enemy, Attractor has a chance to pass along that negative debuff to the attacker and now force them to have to suffer with it. Definitely making Alraune someone you want to approach with, definitely making this Alraune type of someone that you want to approach with caution, especially if you rely on ailments in your strategy. That being said, as a pure set score, I do have to rate Attractor a very solid 6 out of 10. Even though mobility and evade is definitely not going to be her specialty or strong suit, given that she has tank legs, she still has a lot of very dangerous skills in her arsenal that make sure that you approach her with caution when combating her. And because she has the tank legs with the passive damage reduction, she is going to be very difficult to take down initially without having to hammer her very hard. As mixed parts, I do have to rate her much higher at an 8 out of 10, given that none of her parts are heavy, which means you can use them just about anywhere. Her head part you can use very effectively and very, very easily in any team that requires mono female teams, or any team that has a female fighter on the team, especially given the fact that female bots tend to have more emphasis on ailments or interruption-based fighting. This absolutely will go part and parcel with that. And of course, with Destroy, you really can't ever go wrong with having it in a team, just for that assurance against anyone that might be using a shield.